Good evening, everybody. This is Julian McBain, and we're back in with Entropia Universe. What we got going on today, I'm going to do a 6 PED hunt up in the Corinth East Hangars area. And this area is kind of special to me for a silly reason. I do a lot of hunting up here. I like hunting the berry clit. It's fairly eco. I either make a minor profit or take a little bit of a loss. I don't think I've ever lost more than 2 or 3 PED here if I'm going full eco in a given night, and we're talking several hours worth of hunting, so I like to spend a lot of time here. I am hunting in armor because my evade skills aren't great yet. Oh, Valkyrie. But I'm using my Tyrellian armor, and I'm equipped with my Laconian sword. And I know there aren't... Oh, there's an estate terminal there. Ah, who knew? I know there aren't a lot of melee players out there. There are definitely their fair share of them, but when compared to rifle players, melee players are definitely in the minority. But I personally really enjoy being a melee player, and it's not just because I'm a tank in WoW on a regular basis, or I also played a tank in Final Fantasy for a little bit. The big advantages to being a melee player in this game is that you have the certain skills that a melee player gets that other players, rifle players, for instance, don't necessarily get. The big ones are your strength stat goes up, which means your carry capacity goes up relatively rapidly. You know, that way I can carry more crap, heavier crap, without slowing down. I try not to ride the line ever, but it's happened. And so having that extra carry capacity can really make the difference between walking and running when you're in a bad situation, especially if you end up in an anti-vehicle zone due to an event. The other thing is, and most importantly to me, your hit points go up a lot faster. You can see my health is 99. I only have about 50,000 skill points. And I don't know what the basis for comparison is to, say, a rifle player, but I do know that melee players level up their health a lot faster. Now, it looks like the Leave Us Outpost event is going on, so all of the berry clit just died randomly. I'm not sure I'll be going out there. The best part about the Leave Us Outpost event is the fact that the berry clit actually drops slightly better loot, makes for slightly more efficient hunting. You can go in there and, you know, get the enraged berry clit, but I'll hunt on the outskirts. And yes, I know hunting with armor on is not necessarily the most eco thing to do. I trade a little bit of eco for time efficiency. Because to me, you know, my time's at a premium. I work 8 hours a week. I'm a single father. So, yeah, I'll burn a little of my eco in order to wear some armor and be able to fight a little bit faster. I am wearing a ring that gives me a 30% boost to my regen, so that helps. I'm hoping that as my combat reflexes go up, I'll be able to stop wearing armor and wear my crappy jumpsuit until I decide to burn some money on new threads. You know, for non-EU players, you're probably seeing this and going, this looks a lot like WoW, and yeah, in some ways it is. You know, an MMO is an MMO at the end of the day. You walk up to something and you stab it a bunch, or you whack it with a sword, or you shoot it, whether it's a bow or a gun, the grind is there. The point is that you embrace the grind. That's actually a motto here in the game. Big Industries likes to use that motto, embrace the grind. You don't earn anything without working hard, and that's what this game is all about. I was talking to another player the other day, giving him a taxi ride to Marias, which are the sweating grounds, and I'll do a video about the sweating grounds at a later date. And I said, this is probably the most efficient free economy out there. And yeah, there are things that you don't have to worry about in this game that you do have to worry about in real life. Now it looks like we're all in health, so I'll do some fruit walking while I'm waiting to regen. There are things in this game that you don't have to worry about that you do have to worry about in real life. you don't actually have to have an apartment here. Some people do. These people have a lot more money, whether they earned it in game or they deposited. You don't have to worry about food, which I know we'd all be a lot better off, but the earning potential here is a lot lower too. So let's assume that, for the sake of argument, the difference in amount that you can make in this game accounts for the price of a fairly economical flat in 3 squares a day. It's still the most efficient free economy in existence, and I do believe that. I mean, you look at WoW, they've got a lot of stuff there. It's fairly efficient. It does have its ebbs and flows, and Entropia has its ebbs and flows too, but it's much smaller ebbs and flows. And then you turn around, you look at like EVE Online, and I don't have a lot of experience with EVE Online. Actually, I don't have any experience with EVE Online except for watching, or I should say reading articles on it. But I'm sorry, who wants to be doing a spreadsheet manager? And I say this without playing the game. I really should give it the opportunity. And yes, I do know that players have made real money on EVE Online, and some of them have made a lot of real money on EVE Online because assassination's a thing in that game, and you can make a lot of money being an assassin. But in this game, it's really easy to know how much you're making or losing in every transaction. So it's highly efficient. The microtransactions really work. Most of the money goes to other players. And there's no access fees. You can take the time, grind out the sweat, sell the sweat to earn your PED to go and hunt. Yes, it takes a lot of time. It's kind of a bitch, but you can do it. And that's the difference between this game and other games. You don't have to actually spend the money, you just have to be willing to spend the time. Kind of like real life. We rent out our lives to grind out life. We rent it to an employer, the employer pays us money, we get all the stuff we need with the money, and then we have some fun. This game works a little bit differently, but it really is. It's almost a life simulator where your job can be out hunting monsters rather than, I don't know, selling widgets off a shelf or insurance or cars. I get to stand out here for a couple hours a day and hunt mobs and maybe earn a little bit of money. And maybe not. Maybe I'll lose a little bit of money. But that's okay. At the end of the day, it's fun. Is anyone watching from New England right now? I would love to know. Give me a comment, because it's currently July 2nd. It is hot as shit. And there's air conditioning in my house, but there's too much background noise if I leave the door open for it. And we don't have central air because we live in Vermont. And central heat is a lot more important than central air. And it's an old house. So it's probably 85 degrees in my room where I'm doing this. And of course I'm running an Asus ROG, which is just one giant furnace. So it's bloody hot. Hot like it was in the Midwest where I had central air. Fuck. Days like today, I do miss that tiny-ass apartment I lived in. Never got above 60 degrees year-round in that apartment. Most efficient central air conditioning I'd ever seen. Shitty heater. Never above 60 degrees in the apartment. It was great. I know it's not a lot of fun watching me try to be eco doing this, and I'd like to apologize. I will apologize. I'm sorry. Not a lot of fun watching me be eco. But for people who don't play this or haven't played this a lot yet, being eco is really important. And one of the things you can do, and I found this out, I always thought it was a glitch, and that's what I said in my last video. I figured it out thanks to Rookie Chat yesterday. It disappears. Fruit disappears when you run. Did not know that. Did not know that. Fruit disappears when you run, which is why I could always see it when I was backing up and never see it going forward. So now, while I'm regenning, I walk around, and I already found some fruit today. Right there, it's a Hymoros, which is a fruit, even though it looks more like a flower from the image there. Here, I'll even bring it up. See, it's a fruit. Kind of looks like a pine cone. Kind of looks like a pine cone fucked an eggplant. And it's just an extra mini stream of income. You know, you gather 1,000 fruit, you can make 7 or 8 PED off of it, which is great, except it takes forever to gather that much fruit. So you have the patience, go ahead and do it, because you can make a lot of money off of it. But boy, oh howdy, you have to have patience, because I don't think I've ever found 2 pieces of fruit in a single hunt, or even in a single day. Doesn't mean you can't. You just have to have the patience and do a lot of walking and know the grounds in which they grow. I happen to know for a fact that pieces of fruit occasionally spawn here, so I walk around when I'm not actively killing something. I'd be curious to find out if any of the people watching this are experienced Entropia players. Maybe you just like watching YouTubers, content creators. I know I'm not, you know, I'm no Lore Spade or Serial Overdrive, but I like to think that I make an effort at being a content creator, even though I'm not very consistent. I would just be curious, are there any experienced Entropia players that watch this? Or even Ubers? Hell, I would love to know that an Uber's watching this just laughing at me because I'm a total newbie. You know, reminding them of what it was like to just start out and not know what the hell they're doing necessarily. Still learning the game. Take a moment to appreciate this. And ignore the titillation. There's a lot of titillation that you're going to see here. It's a fairly cost-efficient game for Mindark, I'm sure. But just take a moment to look at the scenery. This is gorgeous. Yes, I'm saying it's gorgeous about a desert. Screw you, I lived in the Badlands. It was wonderful. And I live in the forest, woods, and mountains now. Again, still some more. This is absolutely gorgeous. Mindark did a phenomenal job with this. Even as I'm here killing 6-armed space raptor chicken things with bug eyes. Look at this thing. Look how... There's a certain beauty to the efficiency of design in a Berrycled, even though they are absolutely fugly. I'm making a video. I know it's not very eco, but I'm going to heal. This is how much of a rookie YouTuber I am. I don't even know how to edit my own videos yet. Go ahead and laugh. Go ahead and laugh. Everything you see here is raw. I've never edited a video. I've never cut short a video. I've never patched 2 pieces of a video together. It's all raw. And I think that's important, that there still be content creators out there that are willing to put raw vid out. And I'm not saying that the good YouTubers will do that. The really good YouTubers, they have just, you know, they edit the videos enough so the boring crap doesn't have to be dealt with by their viewers. But at the same time, there's a certain purity to the raw content. So you know that, hey, this person's actually struggling. How many times did that guy die in Dark Souls? 50, 60? You see it every time. You watch the frustration growing. And this is probably the closest thing to Dark Souls you're going to get in an MMO. Because you can't necessarily, quote-unquote, get good the way you do in Dark Souls. You don't do dodge rolls and crap like that. You just learn when to back up off of an opponent, or I should say a mob. Learn when not to engage, learn when to take it easy between mobs. But the amount of time you have to put into learning the nuance is there. See how we're doing. We're about 3.5 ped in. The nuance is there. You have to learn the little pieces. In the end, that's what Dark Souls is about. That's what Entropia is about. And I mean, you could say that about any MMO, but in Entropia, they really have gravity. You might screw up and lose some gold in World of Warcraft. You can go out and mine some stuff, and even if you vendor trash it, or what we call TTing in Entropia, you're going to make just enough money to make your money back, and there's no durability degradation, so you'll always make a little bit, even if you're making shit. But here it has some real consequence. So you have to learn, you have to experience and grind. Every little thing is its importance. Whether you're clearing Berry Cled or hunting punies at Camp Icarus because you're completely raw. Everything here has consequence. And I truly believe that that is one of the most amazing things about this game. Oh, what do we have here? It's Sabakuma Dominant. Oh, lovely. What do you guys think? Think I can take it? I probably should be full health first. Let's see just how stupid I can be. Level 5. I should be able to do a level 5. Come on. Thank you. I've got my higher level weapon, and then it wouldn't be a big deal, but I'm trying to be ego here. Let's see if I can't take it on level 5. Here it comes. Oh, and it's pissy. Evade. Come on. Ouch. Oh, it hits like a fucking truck. And I know for a fact it has a lot more hit points than I do. Come on, yeah. Ouch. Evade. Got him. Yeah. Let's see. 11 and 18, 26 pec for, Jesus, almost half a ped. That's okay. The skills you gain are worth it. I'm sure that one mob probably gave me a shitload of skills. I actually didn't lose too much health on that one. I'm kind of impressed. I totally expected him to like fuck my shit up. So we'll do a couple more. Maybe we'll call it at 5 ped. That way you guys don't get too bored. Because I mean, running around, smacking things in the face with a sword, it's interesting for a certain length of time. But I'm kind of walking through the desert on my own 2 feet. Shut up. You know the joke. I'm old, okay? And the scenery isn't great, so we'll keep this kind of short. Keep it to a 5 ped hunt. See how we turn out. Yeah, we'll do one more. Fruit? Anywhere? Please? No? Okay, fine. Fuck you. Pull! Run back toward the hangars. Hack away at ya. I even gained a little bit of my laser weapon technology skill. That's something I really should work on because I found out recently it also matters for my quad wing. Yeah. Oops. Did not know that. Did not know that. So now we're going to run back. That's been about 5 ped. Oh! Balls. Balls. Do you see me? No. Okay, we're good. Anything? No. No. They're hissing at me. Cobra chickens. We're just going to go back. We're going to see if we made a profit. Maybe we did, maybe we didn't. I'm going to venture a guess that we're... I don't know, we might be breaking even here. We got a lot of extra stuff. Oh, shit. I forgot to drop all of this stuff from my previous hunt. Hang on, I wrote... Whoop. Watching Babylon 5 in the background. Ah! I forgot to drop my shit off from my last hunt. I tend to do 2 to 3 of these a night. Figured I'd just show off one of them. But that's okay. I have it recorded. Or maybe I don't, because it was a half hunt from yesterday. Oh, that's lovely. So I'm not going to know if I made a profit or not, and that kind of sucks. So if you want to know if you made a profit or not, don't be Julian, and remember to empty your bags before you start the video. Word of advice. Don't be a doofus. So, alright, well, since I managed to completely bollocks that up, I'm going to call this one a night. Please give a like if you liked what you saw. Like I said, I'm new to this. I'm trying. Very trying. So any support that you could give, it would be appreciated. That's all. Peace.